Welcome back to the Late Night News, where investing in real estate is no longer a luxury. The infamous land mafia has surfaced once again, and it is out to threaten Chennaiites. Our crime reporter Salim explores the extent of this problem after a lady police officer was threatened at gunpoint in a land dispute.
Property in the heart of Chennai under threat from the land grabbers. This 48-year-old man, Syed Sujad, says he is fighting hard to protect it. After taking his case to the police and the court, Syed had enrolled himself in the law college to lead the fight himself, and he knows it is a dangerous role.
I'm a law student just to protect my property from these land-grabbing builders, these powerful and influential builders. Am I becoming a lawyer? Another 6 months I'm doing LLB, another 6 months I will be a lawyer, and that's another fear that we have, my parents have, that since I'm prosecuting them in criminal cases without the services of any lawyer, that these people can do anything. They can do anything. It means property related crimes like murder, kidnapping.
Land grabbing has become so frequent. The police department even has a separate division to deal with this crime. In 2009, police registered cases against 32 land grabbers. In 2010, the number surged to 90, almost threefold in a year's time.
Most of the cases which we have investigated in the terms of land grabbing have primarily are the forgery of documents.
The past 8 years saw a dramatic rise in the price of land, and this is said to have triggered the culture of illegal occupation of high-value properties by force. Owners staying away from their properties for long periods encouraged land grabbing. Police say vacant plots in Velachery, Pallikaranai, Madipakam along the ECR and OMR have become favourite targets. A proposal from the anti-land mafia police to spread its reach is now before the Home Department. It wants to increase its strength from the present 20-member team to a group of 60 with 4 specialist teams to take on the dangerous land grabbers. In Chennai with Salim, this is Divya Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
And on to some news from the international quarters. Well, it's been a bloody fortnight for Egypt after days of violent protests in the streets of Cairo and other cities, and finally some political moves to end the impasse. Major opposition groups met Vice President Omar Suleiman today to draw a blueprint for a democratic Egypt. The groups included El Baradei and for the first time ever the banned Muslim Brotherhood. After the meeting, both sides have agreed to set up a committee to study constitutional reform. And back to news from the country. Well, under attack from the opposition over alleged land scams and nepotism, Karnataka Chief Minister Yediyurappa has declared his assets. He has declared over 18 acres of agricultural land, 2.5 kilograms of gold, 75 kilograms of silver, and cash and household items worth 4.38 crore rupees. Yediyurappa's move comes after recent allegations by the JDS that he was worth 1,000 crore rupees. He was under considerable political and public pressure after the Karnataka Governor Bharadwaj accused him of favouring his family members in land allotment and denotification. He even sanctioned his prosecution. Meanwhile, in a boost to the Congress in Andhra Pradesh, the Chiranjeevi-led Praja Rajyam will merge with the Congress. Chiranjeevi met party President Sonia Gandhi in Delhi and took this decision. The meeting between senior Congress leader A.K. Antony and Chiranjeevi this week in Hyderabad set the tone for the political realignment in Andhra Pradesh. For Chiranjeevi too, this offers a political lifeline because the Praja Rajyam's strength of 18 MLAs is a poacher's delight.
Do you think today is a historical event? A party who won the hearts of 70 lakh people in terms of votes, and joining hands with a 120 years old senior party for the better serve to the public. I mean, to give the better service to the public, and it's really See, I don't expect anything. It is their responsibility, their duty to allocate or give me responsibility whatever way I'll perform. But my main motive is to be in the public, to see people shouldn't face any problem.
And while the Foreign Secretaries of India and Pakistan, Nirupama Rao and Salman Bashir, meet in Thimphu in Bhutan tonight, and this is the first time the two will be meeting after the talks between the foreign ministers remained inconclusive in July last year. Both the foreign secretaries are saying they are going into the talks with an open mind and in an attempt to reconcile their differences.
Heading into talks after a gap of almost 6 months, the foreign secretaries of India and Pakistan sounded cautiously hopeful despite the sparring just yesterday over the Samjhauta probe.
Dialogue between India and Pakistan is necessary, is a must in fact, if we are to satisfactorily resolve the outstanding issues between our two countries, and there are a number of outstanding issues. So we are going into this with open mind and with a constructive attitude.
So there was a statement from your Foreign Office itself that that Samjhauta is something that India is dragging its feet on.
Why do you want to just pick up one issue? There are plenty of issues.
So what's on the agenda?
What are your expectations from today's talks?
My expectations are that we should be working towards, continuous engagement.
The Samjhauta case has become the new sticking point between the two sides as India demands progress in the 2611 case. Islamabad has sought to equate that with the Samjhauta blast and accused India of lacking the courage to go after Hindu extremists. The Indian government shot back, calling the charges rubbish and refused to allow a link between the two attacks. Just before leaving for Thimphu, the Foreign Secretary told NDTV that New Delhi would share details of the Samjhauta probe once it's over.
India had initially blamed the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Indian Mujahideen. Now we're looking at the notion of Hindutva terror. Is it not reasonable for Islamabad to ask us to share that information, and should we not be saying, yes, we will?
Well, the Home Minister, Mr. Chidambaram, has also already answered that question a few days ago, and that when the investigations are over and we're able to share evidence with Pakistan, we'll do that. It's not that we have closed the possibility of any discussion on the issue with Pakistan. Let me see what my counterpart will have to say on this issue when I meet him in Thimphu, but the fact is that investigations are ongoing.
Despite the irritants, including a reappearance of LET boss Hafiz Saeed at rallies in Pakistan this week, Indian officials say they will try to find ways to resume the dialogue. India will once again propose a step-by-step approach of dealing with less contentious issues first, like trade, culture and Sir Creek. Dates for Foreign Minister Qureshi's visit may also be worked out.
And let's now take a look at the rates at which gold and silver traded today. Coming up, a wheelie at 360, all that in midair and all that in Chennai. We bring you all those deadly stunts on the other side.